guys, it's Kai, and today I'm going to be interviewed on a radio station talking about my YouTube channel. I'm like super stoked. I'm super excited. I don't know what to do. Fairly nervous. I'm going in right now, and I'll record some of it. So yeah, let's get into the vlog. I'm going to be talking about my friend Ash's book and my friend Stacy's book, and my life. So yeah, let's go.
297. Support for WBBX comes from Subordinate in their new location at 607 South Illinois Avenue on the Strip and Carbon. Subordinate offers authentic Brazilian food for dining and takeout.
Do you like Disney?
I love Disney.
That's great. I'm glad you could be here. Was really happy to check out some of the videos you posted to YouTube. Now, one of them in particular has been picked up by a couple of different outlets.
Yeah, actually, it was very interesting to me because, when I posted the video I think you liked the most was the one with my dad.
Yeah.
And I had posted it not thinking that somebody would see it, but what ended up happening...
Would you like to hear a taste?
Relevant now, drag queen?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, okay. Drag queen is a person, a male, who dresses up as female. They are transgender. The reason why I'm making this video with my dad is because he thought when I started wearing makeup that I was transitioning into a woman, which was not the case. I'm acknowledging my dad on a couple different things within the LGBT community. So now he knows that males can dress up as females without having anything off.
Well, I did that one time, and it was on Halloween, dressed up like a girl.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you chopped off your...
No, oh, no. Heck no.
I was going to say that's one hell of a Halloween.
Are you thinking I'm Miranda Bobbitt?
Who's that?
She chopped her husband's penis off.
Oh, alright guys, let's get into the video, and we are going to turn this into a drag queen. Have you ever seen somebody in drag in person?
Yeah, sure. You ever watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Oh yeah. Most of the time when I do wear makeup, I feel empowered, and sometimes, a lot of people...
Talk up at the campus and everything was great. But part of the deal was he was free to go to any high school in Southern Illinois and talk about bullying, particularly about initiatives for bullying and dealing with bullying, and particularly the kind of gay bashing and abuse that we deal with from homophobes and transphobes and so forth. And none of the high schools, even though it wasn't going to cost them a dime, none of them would take him. Now, I think if we brought him back now, there'd be at least 4 or 5 high schools that would have him out in a heartbeat. So I don't know that I can go quite all Dan Savage here about it gets better, but I do think there's change, and change happens, and even though it feels a little bit like we're doing a retrograde recently, I feel like the momentum's going. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if the efforts you made didn't lead to a GSA happening in Vienna soon.
I really hope. Honestly, I had just I think it was a day or two ago, I posted, my coming out story on my YouTube channel, and I've been on YouTube for a total of 9 years, and, that was on a different channel, but now I've been on doing, my LGBT, my comedy skits, all of that, the sex education stuff, for about 3 years now, since I've come out. I came out, I'd say May would be 3 years since I've come out of the closet, and I was doing YouTube a little bit before then, but I never came out on YouTube because I almost kind of wanted people to kind of just, not really look at my sexuality, but look at the person I was. So, the other day, I was like, my channel doesn't really, they know I do comedy, they know that I do, LGBT stuff. Obviously, they know I'm gay because I talk about it, but, I've never really talked about my story. And, this year is the year, last year, it's going to be a year since I posted that video with my dad. And I took about a year break due to depression, and, I posted a little bit on my YouTube channel about how I was discriminated against at a job that I was working and had gotten fired because I wear makeup outside of work.
I want to pause there just for a second. You wear makeup outside of work, and yet you still got fired from your work. I saw that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a...
It was highly ignorant, and it's so funny because, where I'm at now, shout out to local buying at McDonald's for being so, super supportive.
Nice.
I am, you know, like I'm a manager over there, and they kind of just really accept me for who I am. You know, like I'll be in the drive-thru, and you know, I'll hand out people's food, and you know, I'll wear my makeup, and like I've seen her, the lady who had fired me, come through for like a sweet tea or something, and it was almost like a punch in the face to her. Like I wanted it to be like, hey, I'm doing great. Have a great day.
You didn't ruin my life.
I'm sure, like, just the tea. Throw the tea.
Yeah.
Through the car.
Here you go.
I said you wanted to.
He wanted to, but
Oh my god, so
I've had those moments.
some people are like, can I
he's
have it?
sitting there sipping his tea because she's not his business.
It's so funny because I'm a very like salty person.
Yeah.
Like salty is almost like, you know, the term for like somebody who like is kind of like, I don't like you, but I'm gonna be nice to you anyway. And like when people like ask me for salt, I'll be like, here's some salt. I'm gonna throw it at you.
There's a gesture that goes with that. It's kind of dismissive. I have to remind our YouTube friend here that we're on the radio and we don't have visuals for what we're doing, so you have to watch.
Oh,
the
actually,
numbers.
yeah, I'm actually currently recording.
I know.
So.
I know. Where are your priorities, though? So. Are you doing it for the screen or are you doing it for the radio?
I'm doing it for both. I'm helping
I
you
know,
as you're helping me.
Conchita Wurst won the European top singing competition about 3 years ago, and this is a drag performer who's quite beautiful, but also quite proudly a bearded woman, and so we love that. All those kinds of things. But you're right. I mean, I think we can get down into the weeds about this term means this, and if you don't use it exactly the right way, it's offensive to me. And I think the thing that I really value about the work that you do on YouTube, it is the new media allows you to sort of do the education and comedy work that you're doing from the subject position of your own experience. Certainly you educate yourself, you know a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I have grown a lot since I've come out as gay, because like when I came out as gay, I was like, oh, I'm just, you know, like a gay guy. Like I'm a guy who, you know, likes guys. And then I was like, man, there's so much more to my gender now. Like I'm like, wow, I'm gay, but now I'm discovering like, you know, like I'm not only like a gay guy, but like there's so many different terms, and I was like, you know, learning about all these different terms, and I was like, whoa, that's me. Like, and you know, like, I'm okay with that, and you know, I was always super uncomfortable. Actually, earlier you were asking me about if I would ever, you know, do drag, and I personally would say, like, yeah, I would, but I always had an issue with it. Earlier, like, we got into, like, a bunch of different stuff, so I never really got to explain this. I, you know, understand drag, you know, it's, you know, to put yourself in the shoes of, like, a woman, you know, from being, like, a standpoint of a guy, or, you know, you could also put yourself in the standpoint of a guy from a girl's position. You know, there's, like, drag kings, drag queens. So, since I'm an androgynous male, I feel like I already do a little bit of both anyway, so I've never really had to find the need to be a drag queen, because I'm me. Like, I don't necessarily have to put myself into that role because I'm already both. Like, I'm already a hodgepodge of everything. So it's like, will I do drag? Yeah, for fun, definitely. But I feel like I was just so comfortable with myself and my gender and, you know, who I am as a person, to where, like, you know, I don't really need to, like, put on high heels to feel feminine. Like, I can just do what I'm doing already. So, I mean, like, you know, like, I'm sure it's nice to be able to put on that wig and to, like, dance around and sing. And, you know, I want to do that, but it took me a while to, like, be like, why do I want to do this? Or why do drag queens do what they do? Because nobody really knows except for that person. So, I mean, like, you know, drag can mean something to everybody. You know, like, it could be one of those things where it's like, hey, I'm going to go and, you know, flaunt it where I can't flaunt it. And then other people are, you know, want to be able to just express themselves in different ways. So, I mean, I am lucky enough to be so comfortable with myself to know that I don't have to, you know, necessarily have to change myself, because I'm already, like, who I am.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know, you know, for a lot of folks, drag performance has can be just this sort of opportunity for performance. It stays on the stage. It's just a persona on the stage. For some folks, it's an opportunity at experimentation, at drawing on possibilities, and the only way that they have that experience is to do it on the stage, not to necessarily do it in life or do it on new media. So I think drag is sort of this really wonderful opportunity, both in terms of a kind of camp cultural performance and queer community that allows us to kind of speak back to and comment on the culture at large and popular culture.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But then also be this space of kind of transformative excess. That sounds like a textbook definition right there. When you the book that you were in,
yes.
Talk about the book just a minute.
What would you say?
The book that you're in, talk about for a hot minute, because I think it's a dictionary sort of
yes, it is a dictionary. The book is called The ABCs of LGBT, and the book on the cover says Ashley Mardell, but it's also by another non-binary author who had recently just come out as non-binary, and she also is, I would say that she's androgynous too, because when she had first started writing the book, she had long hair. She presented herself a little bit androgynously, but more femininely, because that's what made people feel comfortable. But then she didn't feel comfortable, so she started her fundraiser to get advertising and money towards the book. And basically, what she did was she was going to cut off all her hair once she reached her goal. And now that she has cut off her hair, it's been years since, the fundraising and all that, and she feels so comfortable about herself. And it's so wonderful to find somebody else who, I sometimes when I really relate to Ash, because Ash had just gotten married. She had legally changed her name to Ash Hardell, because her her wife's last name is Hiltner, and she took Mardell and Hiltner and put the two together so they could merge their last names. And then she had basically changed her first name to Ash because she had felt uncomfortable with Ashley sounds very feminine. She is a hodgepodge of both too, so she wanted to incorporate her feelings into who she is, so she changed her name since. Oh my gosh, wasn't that not so cool? Honestly, I have never ever in my life thought I would be on the radio, in a magazine, or in a book. And let me just tell you guys, that was one of the coolest experiences I could say that I've had in my life. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to have a lot more, but I mean, honestly, to be on the local radio station, to seeing me in, a book, and seeing a hashtag on Instagram being the ABCs of LGBT, oh my gosh, we just got the book in Poland, or China, or whatever, just one person can make a huge impact on your life, and it's to know that I'm making an impact and a difference in people's lives is just so amazing. And I just want to thank John from Isn't It Queer for inviting me onto the radio show. And if you guys want to see the whole show on Isn't It Queer, WDBX on 91.1, I will be leaving a little link to the podcast that they made from the original show. So if you guys want to go check that out, if you guys didn't hear it on the radio already, I'm going to be leaving that there. But honestly, you guys, that was such an amazing experience. I didn't post the full thing because I wanted you guys to just get little glances of how it went. It's just a little vlog. But to hear the whole radio, I will be leaving a link in the description. And for anybody who is new to my channel and found me on Isn't It Queer, hi, welcome, and subscribe. Go hit that like button, and also go hit the bell to get more notifications from me. And, if you guys want to get to know me and want to, check out my channel, I'd appreciate it. And I love you guys so much, and honestly, you can do anything that you want to do in your life as long as you keep dreaming and moving forward and keep smiling. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Always remember to keep smiling. Bye.